So yesterday I made this sketch and I would like to paint it today with my gouache paints, which you have seen in the videos before. I am going to be painting this, which is a scene of me with a greenhouse, and I am potting some, I don't know what they are, maybe carrots, maybe something else. There is a big bag of soil. These are some sketches that I did. This is Vrouwtje. I love Vrouwtje. She's a Dutch singer-songwriter, so that's very cool. And then yesterday I did these sketches for inspiration for my illustration right now. So I thought about what items belong to a garden, and then we have these things and a lamp, and we have some grains. We have little chicks, and then we have the seeds packed, and then we have strawberries and birds and books and plants and more plants and a straw hat because everyone loves straw hats. Then we have those very crisp green, which you have to imagine that they are crisp green leaves, because when it's going to be spring in the Netherlands, every tree is getting those very crisp green leaves, and I love those green leaves. And then we have combined it into one, and there is it, and there are we going to make. And I think that we're going to be making it on this side. Maybe we have to twist it, and it's going to be quite a challenge since I love this sketch and I now have to transfer it into another sketch, so everything will be a bit different than that sketch, but it's going to be fine. Okay. I will put that. Okay, I think this is good, and then we have to turn it onto the back like that, and we have it like that. That's perfect, and then we only have to do this side before we are done. Well, I hope this is going to work. So I will paint that thing. I will sketch it there. It is quite funny because I always draw myself in every illustration, and that doesn't mean that I look like her. It's just that I feel like I have the same interest as her in being, you know, like outside. It really became a character in my illustrations. I always have the same girl, and I feel like she is living my dream. Even though I don't dream about her, but I have the dream of being like her. So I feel like for these kind of illustration in the garden with this one girl that is always working there and having fun while being with the animals, and I just feel like I want that too. So that's why I would draw her probably. I love to hold on to the big area, so I know where to put down some colors and work with the composition. And this greenhouse isn't doing its perfect job, I see. It's supposed to be there. Okay, that is fine, it doesn't matter. So I won't sketch the details, but I will do them in the gouache. I have my water here for the, you know, for the paint. And I will have my paper towel for wiping off the most wet paint from my thing. You know, like this is such gedoe. Sometimes I really don't know the English words, and I know that they will come in time, but I sometimes have to say a Dutch word just to get my feelings out. Then we have to get our paintbrushes. I use my favorite from Davinci Casaneo. It is one of my favorite art brushes, or I think it's one of my favorite paintbrushes, since it can hold a lot of water, and that makes it excellent for watercolors. For gouache, I don't know what the best paintbrush is, but it holds gouache really well too. So that's it about the Davinci Casaneo brush. And then we will start with watering our paints, and I use my spray for that, you know, like that kind of spray, so I can make them all wet again, and then they will be good for painting. I will start this illustration with the foreground and the background, or the foreground as in the grass and the background as in the sky. And I am not sure if it holds up. I have my hair dryer here as well. This is for drying the paints quick. I will start with the sky, I guess, because the sky is the layer most in the back. Mixed with some whites. And since my palette is very dirty, it is quite a challenge to have it blue, because I use lots of green. I am very interested, I am very excited and willing if this is going to work. I have no idea, and I already can see the paper dying. I might use a bigger brush, Casaneo brushes as well. They are very expensive, but they are so worth the money. Okay, so as you can see, I am working through my sketch. I am not looking to, you know, like, oh, I don't have to touch the sketch. No, I am touching the sketch, because we won't see the sketch when it's all done. I think the first layer has dried. My sketchbook still holds it quite well, even though I ruined it there. So I will fix that up later in my Photoshop. This is a bit too olive. It needs to be a bit more green, because it is spring, it isn't fall. I will blend those greens a bit in with the blue, if it still can. And now we will use a bit of the darker green. We will make it less transparent, so a bit more opaque. And I will use some browns to my greens to make them look more of an, you know, like an olive tone. And we will use them through the greenhouse, because as I said before, you can look through greenhouses. Okay, so furthermore, I know that there is a tree, so I will use it, and I will just tap a little bit to make a bit more of a structure. And the grasses, they will come in the top layer, so we're only looking for colors. We'll make her arms. Okay, like that. I don't know what to think of it. I might start over. I'm so sorry, but I think I will start over on good paper, because I don't like this paper at all. It's good for sketching, but it doesn't work for gouache. And I can tell, but I might want to fix it with a color pencil, so I will pick them, but I will try this first. Pay anymore. Okay, that is just soil. I don't know if it's getting better or if it's getting worse. I hope it's getting better. And there is it, or drawing with imagination. It's not my favorite, it's by far not my favorite, but I'm still happy with the way it turned out, because maybe it didn't work out the way I wanted to. So, it's looking fine. It's just a very expressive illustration, which I haven't done in a while. Yeah, I don't know what else. To think of it, I will make my favorite bird. And I will thank you because I have to make a coffee for my parents. And I will see you in the next... Oh, no, I forgot something. I really did.